Hello guys and welcome back to Let's Play the Banner Saga. As you recall, last time we ended up in camp. We're actually just about to leave, but let me show you, I guess, what we can do in camp. So, actually, I guess we are still in tutorial mode, so they asked us to click on the hero's tent. So let's see what will happen. So, as you can see, these are the units that we can use in battle. We can click on them to see their stats, promote ranks and learn about their abilities. Okay, let's look at Gunov. He's the big guy with the long sword, with the BFS. Anyway, so here on the right we can look at his special abilities, and if you remember, he had an ability called Tempest, which is basically able to he turns around and swashes enemies all around him, and you gotta be careful, otherwise you might hit your own units while doing that. And there are different ranks, so as he gains up levels, I think every couple of levels that he gains, this ability goes up in rank and he is able to hit more and more enemies with it. He also had a passive ability called Heavy Impact, and basically it's whenever he strikes somebody with a strength attack, the adjacent enemies all take 1 strength damage. So that's all about his special ability. You can see here his other stats. Basically, the number on the left is his current stat, and the number on the right is the maximum. So basically, he has only 7 armor out of 12, but he has 15 strength out of 18. So this guy, as you'll find out, units come in 2 main flavors. Basically, warriors and I guess they call them shield bangers. It's a very fancy name, but basically defenders. So this guy is more like a warrior. He mostly concentrates on strength and his armor is not very good. This here is willpower. Basically with willpower uh, he can add extra strength to his attacks and he can move further. But actually it's as you can see here, he only has 3 willpower, so he can do it only 3 times during a battle. And this quality is very important because it's what's called exertion, and it means that he's able to spend willpower doing those things as I just mentioned. So basically, if you don't have exertion, you cannot spend any willpower. Let's promote him. Okay, so as you can see, actually he has killed already 7 enemies down here, and here it's written that he needs to kill 2 to advance to the next level, so he already has it. And the number here is the number of renown that's required for the promotion or level up. We have 38 renown, we're going to spend 5 to level him up. And let's do this. So now we have 2 extra skill points that we can spend any way we want. Okay, so typically it's most useful to max exertion first, but since he only has 3 willpower, actually, you know what, if he has good morale, he's going to have extra willpower, and you'll see later in the game. So let's just max exertion first, since he didn't have any. Here we see you can promote him one more time. I wonder we should spend all this renown, but yeah, let's do it so that I can show. So basically, let's promote him one more time, and we spend 10 renown. And now what we can do is, let's give him, I guess though, yeah, his willpower is kind of low, but I think it's better to give him a little bit more strength. Actually, this guy relies almost entirely on his strength. So let's just do this. And that's it. As you can see, for level 3, he needs to accumulate 9 kills. He already has 7. So after 2 kills, he'll be able to reach level 3. But for each subsequent level, it uses up more and more renown to level the characters up. So it's kind of, you have to be careful how you manage it. You should kind of distribute it evenly between all the different characters and not just spend them on one guy. And here's something interesting as well. Here is actually the short bio of the character. This is Gunov. So, when Ubin became the Varro King's tax collector, he was given an entourage of bodyguards to help transport gold collected across Hraun, I guess. Gunov is the only one from the original group still alive, and for good reason. Okay, so these are nice bios. I guess this guy, there is nothing quite remarkable about him from storyline perspective. He's just a bodyguard for Ubin, one of the main characters, but he's still a really good fighter, which I guess is what's most important for him. And here we have Ludin. He is a spear master. He is a unit that we haven't seen so far in battle, and we'll get a chance to do that soon enough. So let's see what's his bio. Ludin is the Prince of Men, the first heir of a vast kingdom. Though disliked by peers and rivals on account of his high-born attitude, few question his intelligence, combat skills or courage. Okay, so basically as a prince he's a pretty arrogant guy, but as you'll see later on, he's actually not so bad in a battle. In general, I don't really like the human characters for battle units too much, but nevertheless, I think from a story perspective, it's pretty neat that he is actually a prince who participates in the battle rather than letting his bodyguards and his army do all the fighting. And here we have Hakon, one of the varl. So, let's see. Hakon is something of a legend in varl culture. When he met Vognir, it was during the Second Great War, in which the two became known for cutting a swath through dredge where others were struggling just to stay alive. Vognir was always the charismatic leader, but there was no question about which of the two would win in a fight. So yeah, I guess it's yeah, they make a nice team, basically the leader and his bodyguard who's the better fighter. And finally we have Moger, the shield master. Okay, so here you can see like the difference between Gunov, who's mostly a strength-based guy, and Moger, who's basically his opposite. Wait, where'd he go? Oh, okay, here he is. So as you can see, he starts with 14 armor, twice the amount of Gunov, and his maximum is also 18, but on the other hand, he has only 10 strength, and this basically means he has a very different purpose in battle. He's going to be the tank, he's going to be on the front lines, and take all the hits from the enemies with his huge shield. And not many of them can hurt him with 14 armor, they have to break him down a little bit. So, and Hakon actually has a nice balance. He is also a warrior, similar to Gunov, but he actually has higher armor. So, these are all the characters we have at the moment. And we're going to be gaining more and more units as time passes. Okay, what else can we do? So here, the training tent. Here you can fight mock battles against AI, but we're not gonna do that since it's pretty much useless. We can get enough experience. I guess it's useful for new players if they want to try out certain strategies and to try out certain units, see what they can do, but we're going to learn this through the regular battles. And here we have rest. Basically, whenever we rest, we spend 1 day of supplies. So currently we have enough supplies for 66 days. But the other thing is that we can recover morale and we can heal injuries. Currently none of our heroes is injured, but this is rapidly going to change as you see during the game, because we're going to fight a lot of battles, and whenever a character's strength drop down to 0, he is going to be injured and his stats are going to be lower for next battle. And finally, leaf, the leaf icon. Here we have like the furry animal, it's called a yox. It's kind of something like a bison, basically the huge thing that's carrying the cart that carries all the gold collected from the taxes. So we're going to click on it and we're going to leave. And we're going to break camp. Okay, so now if you notice something, our morale declined. So now it's only good morale, which is still okay. But for battles, it's better to have great morale. Basically, morale, fighters who have better morale are better fighters. So in our case it affects the extra willpower we're going to obtain for all of our characters. So since we can afford it, let's rest for 1 day and then you see. So as you can see, we lost 1 day supply and we lost 1 day of time, but our morale increased. Also, I already showed you this, but you can basically, while we are on the road, you can stop for camp at any time.
Even the name means bad weather, where frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
So we are entering a new city. Let's see what is here. By Hardborg. That's a lot of varl for some missing cattle. What? This guy is some peasant here. Whoa! What? Couple days back, sent word to Strand about the cattle. Didn't expect an army. Oh boy, this guy is going to be disappointed. He looks pleased with himself, until he sinks in that you aren't here on his behalf. Where have your cattle gone? Wanna know, my boy's seen men up the hills carrying them away. Don't know many men who can hoist the whole cow by himself. That's true. Surely probably, it could be varl. They're big enough to carry a cow, I guess. Scufflings are here, maybe. Could I have varl working for them? Yeah, I mean, exactly. Not from what the governor told me. I'm going to take a look around and get camp set up. The peasant's pits. His eyes anxiously darting about as the caravan sets up tents. We'll be here no more than a day. There's still for food and for any food you've got. For hundreds of varl? Are you serious? Whatever you're willing to sell. You're thinking of squatting? Not enough room for a couple hunters here. Forget hundreds of... Shut up! Hear that? Where's Ludin? Oh boy. He's faint, sounds like fighting, and something else. Hakon takes off at a run. So, we only just arrived and the prince already got himself into trouble. Yikes, what is that? This looks like some huge robots made of iron or something. Well, anyway, let's see. Looks like we're still doing a tutorial battle. Okay. So yeah, basically what it's showing us that we can select the path that we're willing to take, which is it's actually pretty useful because sometimes there are going to be obstacles in the way, and we can choose how to avoid them. And here we can see one of the abilities of the spearman unit. So spearmen, like the rest of the units so far, they can attack diagonally. So it doesn't need to be adjacent, he can be on the diagonal. Okay. But as you can see, so this guy has how much? 10 strength, and this guy has 15 armor. So obviously we cannot hit him. But there's still a possibility of establishing a hit. It's just a much more possibility. So for each unit of strength lower than the opponent's armor, we get 10% less chance to hit. So for example, let's say if I had 15 strength, I would have 100% chance to hit him for 1 damage. But if I had, or actually I think it's 90%, I don't know. If I have 11 strength, it's 11 minus, actually if I had 16 strength, 16 minus 15 is 1. So if I had 15, probably this means I would have 90% only. So since we are lacking with 5, that's 5 times 10, 50% chance. Let's see. And we missed. Okay, so basically we had 50% chance to hit him for 1 damage and we missed. So in general in battles I'll try not to do that because I'll try not to rely on chance. I'll try to just always make sure that I have more strength than the enemy's armor, so before trying to score a hit. In other words, if the enemy has too high armor, you're supposed to break it first to do an armor attack. And now this is going to hurt. Yikes. He basically one-shotted him. Thankfully, we have the big fat varl with us. Okay, so first things first. So first this guy is going to go, then is going to be this guy. So let's see. Since this guy can hit for 17, he can do 2 damage to this guy. But I think it's a better idea to first... Let's go a little bit to the side, or maybe should I go here? It doesn't really matter. Actually, I wonder whether this guy can go. Let's go here. So, I'm going to hit his armor. You see now, Hakon has 14 strength, and this guy has 15 armor, so I have a 9% chance. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use his 2. So, break is another one of the qualities. Basically, is the amount of damage you can do to an opponent's armor. So, Hakon has break 2, but he has also exertion 2, which means he can spend 2 willpower to add 2 more damage either to his break or to his strength attack. So, as you can see here, now he can do 4 break by spending 2 willpower. Let's go! Okay, so now, you see now why it was important to break his armor. Now, this guy has 17 strength, against 11 armor, so he's going to do 6 damage at least. And these guys have much lower strength, and they're going to do much less damage to our fighters. So that's why it's important for the big guy to be hit first. Okay, let's do this. 6, and let's use some willpower. If you recall, we upgraded Gunov with 2 exertion, so now he can use 2 willpower per turn. Let's do this. And make 8 damage. Haha, now he's trying to run away. Okay, so now actually what he's doing is he's using a special ability, which will become apparent in a minute. But let's move the third of our characters, Mogr. So Mogr, it's actually the purpose of him is to break the opponent's armor, but since this guy is so weak, I think we can go and hit his strength right away. This way he can do less damage to us. Yikes, okay, this is going to hurt. Yeah, see, this is unfortunate. In general, I wouldn't want to do something with that, so I wouldn't want to get Gunov into the thick of battle if there are enemies that can damage him. But it's an easy enough battle, so it doesn't matter. So let's see, we have 14 against 8. Let's hit this guy. For 8. He's going to hit Hakon. Oh, 2 damage. Oh, that's not good, but anyway, doesn't matter. So let's hit this guy again. If I hit him, I'm going to kill him, but I want the other guys to get some experience. And besides, he has only 2 strength, so he's not going to do much damage. Let's see, 3 damage. Okay, so you see what he did there? There's a new enemy up here. Basically, this guy's special ability is to summon more of those units. So maybe I should explain a little bit about the types of enemy units here. This one is a Dredge Grunt, who is like a footman of the Dredge army. He's a pretty weak guy, but this one is a Dredge Brute. So basically he has a very high attack, very high strength, and actually pretty decent armor as well. So he's kind of like a boss type of enemy. Let's see, let's move Mogr here. Or here maybe, I don't know. This guy is not going to be able to hit him for much. Anyway, so this guy is going to go... Oh, okay. So I guess it's better to go a bit further. Let's see, and now... Let's break his armor. Actually, I'm going to demonstrate another ability. So, Bring the Pain breaks the enemy's armor and punishes enemies for retaliating. So basically it's just like a regular break attack. However, break damage to target +1 to return the favor. So, shield bangers have a passive ability called Return the Favor, which means every time an enemy hits them, they're going to lose one point of armor, which is pretty nice. Okay. And here we have Hakon. Let's see, who are we going to hit? We're going to spend 1 willpower. Oh, we don't have willpower anymore, come on. Okay. Then instead of hitting this guy, we're going to move here. Only 1 damage, come on. Okay, let's hit this guy for 6. What can you do? See, this guy is pretty weak, so I cannot hit gun off. Okay. 3. Let's not use any more willpower. Let's hit him for 9. Okay, you see that? So basically he lost 1 armor, but this guy lost 2. And that is because he returned the favor, as I mentioned. Okay, so this is the last guy who can create any trouble for us. So let's go up here. Let's break his armor as well. Actually, can we use Bring the Pain? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So now Hakon can actually kill this guy and gain some experience. Okay. Whenever any falls in battle, 1 willpower star is added to your horn. Using the horn give you 1 willpower to the active ally. So you see, for every killed enemy we get extra willpower, extra stars which we can use on demand. Okay, it's pretty nice. Well, Gunolf already has enough experience, but alright, let's hit this guy. Trying to hit Hakon, not very smart. Okay, now you are going to do a strength attack. Okay, so let's actually use 1 willpower and do 5 damage more. Yikes, okay, so he managed to hit Hakon. Okay, actually let's heal him. And Hakon got a promotion, which is pretty good. Okay, deflecting. Let's break his armor actually. I really want Moger to get the experience. Alright, here's the problem with varl, they're kind of blocking each other. Or it's okay for Hakon to get experience as well, but I really want Moger to get the kill. So these guys are just going to break his armor, and you can do the finishing blow. See, this guy is not really a fighter, he's mostly breaking the enemy's armor, so whenever you have an opportunity to give him a kill, you should do it, because otherwise he's going to be very hard to level up. And, as you saw, we got a level for Hakon, which is pretty nice. Hakon is one of our main fighters, and he's pretty strong. Okay, trying to get yourself killed, Ludin? What are you doing? I was trying to get a shot in between the plates. Well, he has a pretty sharp spear, maybe he should be able to do that. You never seen a dredge before, boy? What kind of idiot? What kind of idiot? Break their armor first. Yeah, exactly. Where did they come from? We didn't even see them. They were just there. What the hell? They were just there and you didn't see them? Hakon goes to where Vogni lies face down. In the future, varl king lies motionless, aside from a spreading pool of blood. Yikes, what's going on? Vogni is dead. Dun dun dun. And on that cliffhanger, we end chapter 1. And we end this video. Okay guys, see you later, bye.